Welcome back to the Takacs McGinnis Elder Care Law News Hour. I'm Tim Takacs. We're back for our final segment of today's show on advanced care planning and end-of-life decision-making.
And I'm Barbara McGinnis, and with us is our last guest today, Debra King. Debra is a licensed master social worker, and she works in our office as a care coordinator. Debra has hands-on experience, many years of experience, helping clients make these important decisions about their care choices, not just at end of life, but throughout their care journey. So welcome, Debra.
Thank you.
And can you tell us a little bit about helping families have these conversations? How do you help them get started?
Well, that's a very good question, Barbara. And it's as everyone has said prior to that it's a very difficult conversation to start. I think part of it is being comfortable yourself with recognizing that death is something that happens to everyone, and that death does not always occur like we wish. Most people hope to go to sleep one day and not wake up, and that's their vision of what death is. And I know, having worked in the medical field for many, many years and now working in the geriatric field, that that's not always how death happens. And so to encourage families to think about, as other speakers have said, what that death looks like for them, what they want it to be, how they want it to look. Do they want it with everything done for them, with all the tubes and machines? Is that how they want to die? Because that does happen many times. Or do they want it in a more home-like, natural setting with hospice care available and services available?
And so you're doing this in a law office? That seems sort of unusual, doesn't it?
It does, but it fits very well, because as our attorneys are drafting documents and talking to families about their advanced care planning, then as a social worker and a care coordinator, I can come in and talk to them about having that conversation with their loved ones. We talk often that it's important, number one, to identify who will be your voice if you're not able to talk, and what do they need to know about you? What are your wishes, so that they can follow your wishes? And we do always talk to them in a law office that they want to select the person that's going to follow their wishes, because that can be a very difficult thing for individuals and for families. We often talk to them about, as Dr. Gentry said, it's not always going to happen right away, but we know it is going to happen. And so to have that vision of wanting family around or not wanting family around, wanting to be knocked out with medication because I don't want to feel pain, or allowing some pain to be present so that I can interact and continue to be with my family. As the hospice nurses said, that picture of death, understanding that it can be a very peaceful, serene moment, and to allow that to happen, if that's what you want, is real important. And so we combine that as they're signing those documents and saying, I want this person to be my healthcare surrogate, my healthcare power of attorney, then that healthcare power of attorney needs to know what decisions they need to make for you.
Right.
So families say, or the clients come in and say, I don't want to be a burden, right? They don't want to be a burden to their families. But not being willing to face these conversations and giving their agent advocate a clue as to how to direct care, that sounds like a burden to me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Communication is the key through all of this. As you as attorneys know, communicating what your wishes are for your stuff, for your resources, but also communicating what your wishes are as you go through this journey. Where do you want to live? Who do you want to take care of you? How much time do you spend? What does quality of life look like for you?
Right. And we're not really talking now necessarily about end-of-life decision-making, are we? We're really talking about, like Barbara mentioned, is the journey. You know, we've focused a lot on hospice and palliative care, but really now I think you're talking about you know, our clients who maybe are still living at home and not really thinking that they're going to be dying soon. Absolutely. But they still need to have advanced care planning.
Absolutely, and that's part of the issue. Most of our clients that come in have some type of chronic illness. They're already elderly, whatever that means to them, and they know that end of life is going to happen, and so allowing them to have that communication of I want to stay at home no matter what, versus I want to be well cared for in a setting where my family is also well cared for. Recognizing the burden that home care can provide on a family member, giving them permission, as other speakers have said, to let go, to let me go to a facility because I can get more care there, as opposed to working 24/7, 7 days a week to manage my care in a home setting.
Great stuff, Deborah. Thank you for being here with us this morning, and thanks for tuning in to Takacs McGinnis Elder Care News Hour.
Now, in the last hour, we've looked at advanced care planning and end-of-life decision-making from a lot of different angles. And I know there are plenty of gray areas that we've identified, but one thing is clear is that advanced care planning isn't just for old people. It's for everyone. If you're over 18, you need an advanced care plan. Thank you, Deborah, for joining us. I'm Tim Takacs, and for more information about the organizations and resources that we've talked about at this hour, please go to our website and click on the News Hour tab. Barbara, thank you.
Thank you. And next time, we're going to continue candid conversations about the challenges of elder law.